So here we go. This is section 8.4, additional stuff with exponents. So again, remember, we have a to the 0, anything to the 0 is 1. A to the negative n, you move it. A to the n times a to the m, you keep the base and add the exponents. We are now going to add a different rule. This is called power to a power. So a to the n, and then the whole thing's raised to another power. You keep the base the same, and you multiply the exponent. So that's a to the nm. Okay, so here I'll give you an example of what this looks like. Okay, so 4x to the third squared. So you apply this to everything inside the parentheses. So this is just a regular number. See how there's no exponent with the 4? So you can do 4 squared, clearly that's 16. But now you have this power to a power, and here you multiply those. So you get x to the 6th, and you're actually done right there. That's all you can do. Okay. And here, let's do another one. Let's do x squared to the 4th times 2x to the negative third. Okay, so here, the second set of parentheses, there's no outer exponent. So you don't have to, I would start with the first set and apply this outer exponent. Power to a power, you multiply. So you get x to the 8th times this other jazz. Now remember, there's an invisible 1 here. 1 times 2 is 2. Add these, and you're done. So you can't forget your other rules. Okay, those rules, this is how it gets harder, is we're adding more and more rules that you have to keep straight, right? Okay. Here, 2x to the negative, I'm just, negative 4th, all to the 3rd, times, how about 4, x squared. So handle those outer exponents first. Apply this. So we have to apply this 3 to the 2. Remember, the 2 is just a plain number, so don't do 2 times 3. It's 2 to the third power, which is 8. Here you're multiplying, and you get negative 12. 4 is a plain number, so do the exponent. You get 16. This is an invisible 1 here. 1 times 2 is 2. Now you multiply the 8 times 16. What's 8 times 16 going to be? 8 times 10 is 80. 8 times 6 is 48, right? So what do we got? 128. Add the exponents now because you're multiplying. Not done yet. That negative 10 tells the x to go down. There you go. Okay. There you go. Hopefully this is making some sense. What number are we up to here? Two x to the 6th, y squared to the 4th. Again, apply this to everything inside. 2 to the 4th, 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. Multiply the powers. And you're done. Okay? Does that look all right? That's kind of the idea of what we're doing here, just this power to a power business. It's just a little bit of multiplication. Trying to find, Oh, I have to show you this with scientific notation as well, which I'll do in a moment. Okay, I'll do that in just a moment. Okay, with scientific notation, watch this. So let's have 4 times 10. Let's have that to be the negative 10, and this will be squared. So again, plain number, 4 squared is 16. Power to a power, you multiply, so that becomes negative 20. But remember, that is not scientific notation. We have to change that to 1.6. Okay. This is telling this invisible decimal to go 20 times to the left. I already moved it once to the left, so I'm actually closer. So that's what that would look like. Okay. Here's one that's going to be a little bit harder. Watch this. 3 times 10 to the 20th squared. Okay. And that would be times 2 times 10, I don't know, to the negative. I'm just making this up. And that's squared as well. So we have to apply the outer exponent first. 3 squared is 9. Power to a power, whoops, getting carried away there. That should be 9 times 10 to the 40th. 2 squared is 4. Power to power, you multiply, you get negative 60. But now you're not done yet. You have this back-to-back parentheses. So you have to, this is what we did the other day. 9 times 4 is 36. Add those. Change this to scientific notation. That says take this decimal, go 20 times to the left. I already moved. So I have an exponent of negative 19 again. Obviously, practicing is very important with this stuff. Okay, very important. Keep up with that homework.